Hi everyone. So today we have Dr. Mayur V. Kaku with us. He is a consultant neurosurgery at HCG. Welcome Dr. Kaku.
Namaste.
Doctor, what are the common neurosurgical problems now?
Common neurosurgical problems in our country, most common is trauma, that is injury to the head and injury to the spine because of many accidents which happen. Then as other systems get infected, same way the brain and spine can also get infected. One of the most common infection in our country for the brain and spine is tuberculosis, which can cause meningitis, which can cause abscess. Then we have painful conditions of the spine called as cervical and lumbar spondylosis. Because of the stressful lifestyle, the stress gets transmitted to the body and pain will be there. Then headache is one of the reasons for people to seek neurological and neurosurgical help. One of the very important neurosurgical cause of pain in the head or pain in the face region is trigeminal neuralgia, that also we treat here. And above all, brain and the spine tumors, which is the specialty of our institute.
Doctor, can you please tell us some common symptoms to look out for in case of brain and spine tumors?
Definitely. In case of brain tumors, patients generally get headache, which is atypical, not a regular headache. The headache which wakes you up from the sleep, or the headache which is there at the early hours of the morning, that is a red flag sign for some patient to look for. And if the headache is accompanied by vomiting and visual blurring, along with if there is a history of seizures, that is fits which come, or there is some sort of paralysis or difficulty in balancing your body, or difficulty in thinking process, or there are some personality changes, all these symptoms come when there is a possibility of a brain tumor. Then in case of spine, as we discussed previously, neck pain, back pain, then there are some tingling sensations which can occur all across the body below the level of the spinal tumor. Then there are weaknesses which can happen because of the compression of the nerves. Then there can be bladder or bowel dysfunction, that is difficulty in passing urine or difficulty in passing the stools. All these things should we should recommend the patient to undergo investigations for that.
What are the risk factors for brain and spine tumors?
There are many risk factors. Overall, all the tumors, they arise because of some genetic predisposition, heredity, and nowadays there is a lot of debate and discussion about environmental risk factors. So for that, the radiation exposure, the natural radiations are also there, and artificial radiation exposure. Then diet. There are many adulterations happening in the food, so I would recommend my viewers to go for as much natural food as possible, avoid food with adulteration. Then there are some viruses, those are also responsible for some types of brain and spine tumors, especially lymphomas. And many of my patients, they ask about cellular phone exposure, that is the radiation caused by mobile phones. Yes, there are some studies which have come up and are showing that there is a risk of some kinds of brain tumors due to the mobile phone radiation exposure.
So doctors, how safe are the brain and spine tumor surgeries now with the advancement in technologies?
Yes. Around 130 years back, the neurosurgical procedures started. And with the advent of many investigational instruments like X-ray, CT scan, MRI, PET CT, PET MRI, all these investigations have helped us to localize the tumor well, to identify the tumor well, to understand what kind of tumor it is, whether it is a primary tumor or whether it is a secondary tumor, or whether it is a benign tumor or whether it is a malignant tumor. All these things we can understand through latest technologies in the investigations. And as I am a neurosurgeon, I would like to say that with the advent of technology in operative procedures like neuronavigation, We have neuronavigation technology which is just similar to the Google Maps. You identify where you have to go. Same way, with the help of neuronavigation, we identify where we have to go and reach the tumor. So we find the shortest, safest, and the smallest route so that the patient surgery is as safe as possible. And there are many intraoperative monitoring technologies as well, through which we know that whether we are damaging the nerve or not. Beforehand, only with the stimulation of all these things, we know that the nerve is safe or not.
Doctor, at last, can you please tell us what is yogic neurosurgery?
Yeah, definitely. My patients fondly call me as yogic neurosurgeon. I have been practicing yoga since last 20 years, and with the experience of my yoga, I felt the need to transmit the same to my patients. And since last 6 years, I have been delivering yoga therapy to my patients. Many of the spine conditions, like degenerative spine conditions, can be easily handled with yoga itself. While in case of brain tumor and spine tumor surgeries, which are very stressful events for the patient themselves, with the help of yoga, I have been able to decrease their stress levels. One, and then second is with the help of that, I have been able to reduce the medicine requirements. So many of my patients out of the brain tumor and spine tumor surgeries, they don't require any painkillers or steroids for that matter, and we have been able to discharge them as early as possible. Some of the patients get discharged on third or fourth day of surgery as well. And because of that, the immunity gets boosted up, and patients, they cope up well with the radiation and chemotherapy as well.
Thank you, doctor. Thank you so much for explaining in detail, and this is definitely going to help our viewers. So, if you have any further queries, please do comment and write in the comment section below. Thank you.